just the acoustics and everything else and the positioning of the tables, which is important. So, World Series of Comedy, Dave Rovich, Funny Farm Comedy Club. Look who we have in the studio. Old buddy Jared Dog from yesterday.
We're
How you doing, Jared Dog?
Good.
Jared Dog, there's a dog in the house.
Yeah,
Who let the Jared Dog out? And
my wife, thankfully.
and we have Ira here. How you doing, Ira?
I'm doing great.
What's going on, man? I know you. It's the first time I got a chance to meet you.
Yeah, well, I guess Joe was here yesterday, but I heard he screwed up.
Yeah, he was pretty.
He's trying to give away free tickets like the main.
No, what the hell?
And
how'd that be a total promo?
Fantone promo code, I think, worked great. We had a good turnout last night. Of course, I don't have access to the inside numbers and all that.
That's because Ron said it's whole family.
So we brought one of our best from the World Series of Comedy, Ira Summer. He's taking the Joe spot today on air with you guys, so nothing crazy happens.
Well, that's good. And quite frankly, we weren't fond of Joe. We spoke about
Yeah,
right. Joe was a good guy. Ira, where are you from? Where did you get in?
I originally from New Jersey.
Okay.
Living in California right now. I got into comedy about 10 years ago. So it was, I don't know, it was a midlife crisis. I think it's in my 50s. I don't think I'm going to make it to 100, so it's way past halftime. It's like the 2-minute warning at the end of the game.
So, Ira, when you get up there, did you just release all of this energy that's pent up inside you on stage? You get into a zone up there?
I do. I played a lot of sports when I was a kid.
Okay.
And you can, it's a similar thing to some extent. But here, instead of getting upset at my opponents as I'm playing, I end up talking a lot about my family. So instead of getting upset at them, I tell the world what they do that bothers me.
So that's the way to release that kind of energy. A lot of material. Talk about your family. Like Fantone does about his ex-wife.
I do.
All the time.
Oh, it is. It's amazing that I mean, people love to hear that my family's more screwed up than theirs was.
Yeah, absolutely. Mine. I got some stories.
Your family.
I have a brother. It's sad for my dear departed. I have a brother that was in the mafia that's in prison, and he's getting out in 2 years. And God bless his heart. But you want to talk about a story?
Oh, there's a story.
People ask me about that all the time.
And he's coming looking for you.
I will take care of anybody that has anything bad to say about me in 2 seconds.
And he said,
the Bachelor Boys are out.
He said, next time I hear guys on your show that aren't funny, these comedians that aren't funny,
I'll take care of
you. Come and looking for them. So
he said something to the effect, you boys would be swimming with the fishes.
Yeah, the next time you'll be hearing from us will be the barrel at the bottom of Lake Mead.
Oh, my.
So how was the show last night?
Show was real good. We had a good turnout for a Thursday night. You never really know what to expect, And tonight we've got 2 shows. We've got 16 more comedians coming through.
Wow, 16.
Yeah. Between both, it's 8 or 9 on each.
Mm-hmm.
And Ira was there last night. It was a banger show. All the comedians were great last night. Wow. And I hosted, and I was super nervous because you got to get all the announcements right. I mean, you guys do this every single day, and you were still messing up your format.
It's true.
All going on the air. That's just what happens.
He's making reference to Ron Fantone.
No, he's not making a reference to you.
No, he isn't. You're messing up going on the air. You blamed our producer.
Well, yes.
Because we play the ID at the top of the hour.
I couldn't hear it.
And you did.
I couldn't hear the ID. I didn't hear anything. I thought we were on.
Yeah.
You buy that for 1
That's the
second.
thing. If you screw up, you just always blame somebody else.
He
That's
does.
show business rule number
Yes.
1. You know
He's
that.
a blamer. He's a finger.
Right now, if the producer was better, the producer would not be letting him do this. There you go. That's why it's a great comedian.
Ira, how'd you do last night on stage?
I did not move on to the semifinal round. Thought I had a nice round.
What the hell's wrong with these people?
I think that's the problem.
I think
the
that's
judges.
it's the
whole thing's
people's
rigged.
fault. Just like Ron blames you, blame.
I thought we
were
getting the winners in here. I didn't know. No, the winners actually couldn't make it. They had someplace else to go, and they kept going down and down and down. And it starts at noon. Most comedians are not awake at this hour.
Right.
So they wanted to find somebody who would actually wake up at this point.
Yeah, we needed to bring in an adult. That's right.
So we get the Buffalo Bill guy of comedians. I've lost one quarter.
It's great. It's great.
No, I'm kidding you.
Wide breath.
you ever performed in Northeast Ohio prior to this time?
I have.
Okay.
I mean, it's my first time here in Youngstown, and I was looking forward to coming out here. I originally grew up in New Jersey, so all I know about Youngstown is the Springsteen song.
Yeah,
so
which is a depressing tune.
it is depressing. You made the Cannonballs that won the Union. You helped the Union win the war. I know that part. But I've been in Massillon, Ohio, Crackpots a few
Okay.
times. Headline there. I'm coming back in August. Headline again. I've been in other parts of Ohio. Been in Cincinnati, Dayton. So it's nice to be out here. I like the people in Ohio. Having grown up in New Jersey,
Right.
These are real people.
Yeah, there's some good people. Talk about the East Coast and everything. New Jersey, Philadelphia, anything out that way. Although Philadelphia is not East Coast, but New York, New Jersey, you could throw in Philly in that mix. Tougher crowds to deal with. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they're a little more jaded.
Yeah, that's
You
what I
know?
would. That's what I would think.
You know,
So you wary when
maybe
you
a
play
little
out
more angry in general.
Yeah.
But those are my people.
We're wrong. I call that home.
It is. I mean, part of being a comedian
Mhm.
is getting rid of the filter that most people have to stop you from saying all the things that come into your head.
Right.
And most people in New Jersey start with very little filter. And as we get older, what little filter I had is gone.
Yeah.
I've been told I have no filter.
You have no filter.
I have no filter.
That's amazing. Have you ever seen the video of Bill Burr just ripping the crowd in Philadelphia for like 11,
I love it.
15 minutes straight?
I love it.
Love
It's-
Bill Burr.
Yeah. That's that's what you can expect from doing shows on the East Coast. You better be armed to rip into them for
Yeah.
10, 15 minutes straight. And then they respect you.
Speaking of which, Jared Dog, Ira, I got to share a quick story that Dave Robish at the Fun Farm Comic Club. First of all, the guy can never find a home. He's bounced around in 9,000 different venues. I have to ask him every year, where are you located now? It looks like he's finally found a permanent spot at the old Amorenis. But years ago, he was up at Holiday Bowling Alley or something.
Over the end, or
And Tom Green was headlining.
Okay.
Tom Green gets out of a limo. He's looking around, broken street lights, glass all over the ground. Goes, where the hell am I? Had to be whisked in by security. Goes up on stage with us, and he was pissed. And he said, and he made fun of the situation. He goes, I just want to say, it wasn't but 2 short years ago. I was a host of Saturday Night Live. Tonight, I'm in some dilapidated bowling alley in the middle of no place. I am firing my agent tomorrow. How did I get here? But he made humor out of the situation. But he was mad about it.
Well, I mean, as Ira said it earlier, like the best comedy comes from being upset
Yeah,
about
yeah,
something.
right.
The best comedy comes from pain.
I think the best comedy has some truth base to it all the time, doesn't it?
It's got to. It has to. It's very difficult to make things up,
Exactly.
especially when real life just presents you with enough either stuff that piss you off that
Yeah,
you
right.
have to make a joke in order to get by,
There you go.
or just stuff that is stupid that you come across every single day. Ira,
No, it's. I think it's like right now. Yesterday, my older son got married, just real recently,
Okay.
and yeah, I'm real happy about it because it's a bigger deal than you think it is. Because he's a vegan and an Android user. So there's 2 strikes right there. I didn't think he was actually going to
2
meet
strike back guy.
And since he and his new wife are vegan, they decided the entire wedding weekend was going to be.
Oh, wow.
It was their way of letting us know that they didn't want anybody to come.
Well, that's true.
And just talking about, I know how much it bothered me and my family growing up in New Jersey. Basically, love is an eating disorder, so it's all about food. And so trying to get that interaction that's there. We don't deal with it at the wedding, but afterwards, chance to just tell everybody else what's going on and the thoughts going inside my head. And that's why I'm not a serial killer.
I understand that. Listen, my second wife, Maria, was a vegan, and we never got spaghetti and meatballs. I mean, meatballs were out. She would make like zucchini and just pretend it's spaghetti and meatballs, and I had to like it, adjust to her lifestyle. It was horrible.
Oh no, because that's what they do. It's horrible. Oh, it is because they like to make food that pretends to be real food and try and
I
trick
know
you
that's
into
what they
eating
do.
their food.
carrot hot dogs.
I know it's
Hot dogs made it.
and Phantom made a point, and it is true. When you say something, there is some truth to it. So, like for example, if I look at my buddy here, and we were joking with him a couple weeks ago, and it's caught on locally here. It's like wildfire. I said he resembles the Burger King guy. Okay, if you put a crown on him, he would look like a Burger King guy.
Put a crown
And
on
then
that.
I could easily say, no, I'm just kidding. But
Put a crown
Ron
on
knows I mean it. So when you do that and you say it, yeah, really. No, but when you say that and you say I'm just kidding, you're really not. There's some truth.
You're
to it.
not. There is truth.
Yeah, of course. The I'm just kidding is sort of like the lime wedge after you just served them that bitter shot of tequila.
You don't get a compliment from my partner unless it's backhanded. Backhanded compliment.
What did I say? I
Just-
said
just-
there's nobody else I'd rather do the show with than you.
I know.
See, you don't tell the whole
Well, there's
story.
something. There's something in there. There's something hidden in there that you're trying to say. I can't put my finger on it.
I don't know.
It's
Hey,
great to have these guys here. Isn't it?
Is the Fantone promo code still good or no?
I don't know which is the
It didn't
Fantone.
work.
That's the one that got you.
That was where they got
they
Joe
got all
fired.
work last night. Dave put the kibosh on that. Right
Oh,
now we've got half off. So you get half off both shows tonight, both shows tomorrow. WSOC deal. If you go to funnyfarm.com, as I'm reading off my piece of paper here, funnyfarm.com, promo code SOC deal, half off tickets the rest of the week.
Awesome.
And also you can call 330-759-4242. It stands for haha. 330-759-4242.
Nobody has letters on their phone anymore. We don't have that.
I
Where you
always
can
hated
spell a word out.
I know, but people are trying to be clever. That always does confuse me. I'm like, what? Okay, but A is okay, and H is. I hate that. I hate when people use letters to, try to be clever with the phone. But the World Series of Comedy is in fact here, and you all know what the old Alberini's is. One thing I want to ask you guys about Niles, Ira. We talked to Jared Dog a little bit yesterday. What were your impressions of the comedy venue itself?
Oh, it's a great little club. It's a great place for it. The thing is, when you're doing comedy, you want a low ceiling. You want everybody together.
Intimate.
And it's intimate, and that's what it is. Everybody is there. They're close enough to the stage. So it's a great chance. The lights are in my eyes and shining. It's a great place to go. It's a great place to perform. It's a great place to see comedy. I'm looking forward to coming back at some point and telling more things about
As a comedian, each and every performance, both of you guys, I'll address this question. You get your heart beating through your chest, you're pretty calm. Or are you nervous? And I'll tell you why. Our buddy Basil, Basil.
Yeah.
He would, as many shows as he's done, as much as he's done, he'll walk around and pace outside. He goes, yeah, I hope I'm good tonight. I was like, I can't believe there's self-doubt inside. And then he'll ask me for a reassessment of his performance following. So you guys do have some things going through your mind. You're nervous when you get up on stage.
Yeah, I think you got to get your head in the game. You know what I mean? And we all have different ways of doing that. I imagine just like in a locker room before you get on, you got to be focused on the game. And for some people, that's going to take a different form. Some people want to pace around. Some people want to be left alone. Some people need to get their notes together. Ira, what are some of the things you do to get your head in the game before you go on?
You don't blow a ball, do you? With marijuana?
No, I don't. Not before a show.
No.
But I do like to pace around. I like to go through my head and figure out what I want to talk about today that I haven't talked about before. Most of the time I have a plan. It's like, this is what's been bothering me. I want to talk about. But the thing is, when the crowd starts laughing in a different direction, somebody makes a comment, the show's going to go in a different place.
Right.
And once you're up there, it is, as Jared Dog said, it's real similar to playing sports. I was a competitive athlete in college, in high school. And yeah, I did all my training. I was in shape. I was ready to go.
Right.
Right before game time, running through my head. It's like, this is the game plan until somebody hits you. And then it's a new game plan.
Yeah,
You got to call an audible.
you have to call it out.
That's a good way to put it.
I think that's impressive, the ability to, branch it off into another area that you completely unplanned.
It's really nice when you no longer care what people think about it.
That's the only way to go.
That's the real key. Stop.
You gotta wait. I mean, that's the crowd's taking you in a different direction, and you have to feel that out.
Yes and no, because you still have to be, I have to be me.
Okay.
And they may not. And most of the crowds, I've learned that the crowds are not going to like me. I'm not a really likable person, but I still have to be
All
me.
right, you're okay. Again, phone number 330-759-4242. You got funnyfarm.com. I thought it was Funny Farm Comedy Club.
It's Funny Farm Comedy Club.
Funny. Thank you, Ira. Yeah, it's, like I said, we got to bring the grown-ups for these kind of things. FunnyFarmComedyClub.com. WSOC deal gets you half off tickets the rest of the weekend.
That's
Wow.
incredible.
And again, showtime tonight.
7 p.m. and 9:15. That's tonight and tomorrow.
And different lineups for each of those nights.
Yeah, you'll get a completely different show. You can come to all 4 shows and see it completely different. And then tomorrow night is the finals. That's where we bring back
The
everybody
biggie.
that's
This is
gone
the
on.
biggie.
Yeah. That's when you find out who's really got it. Because at that 9:15 show on Saturday, we go down to 3 comedians that have survived all the other 37 to get to that spot, and they do a 25-minute set each.
Wow. That is, I mean, we talked about 3 minutes for an amateur to be an eternity out there. Talk about being lonely on an island
Oh
on
my
the
goodness.
stage.
Wow.
I'm not funny, I'm bombing, I feel it. I gotta get off here.
Yeah.
And the 3 minutes like go on for like 3 hours. Gentlemen, thank you for being in this.
Hey, thank you guys.
Thanks so much for having us here. Great to be here.
Jared Dog and Ira, World Series of Comedy, Funny Farm Comedy Club, the Old Almarini's, 2 shows tonight. Make sure you get your tickets, thefunnyfarmcomedyclub.com. WSOC deal, half off on the purchase of a ticket to see the great shows. And as Jared Dog mentioned, they are whittling down to the finals, which will take place tomorrow evening. But get your tickets. It's a great date night out. Check them out, the Funny Farm Comedy Club. We're back with more Mr. Sports and Ron Fantone after this on ESPN 94.7. Great job, you guys.